A light fixture approved for a wet location is indeed also approved for shower use. This is because the requirements for wet locations are generally considered to be as stringent or more stringent than those for damp locations, which might include showers. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines for electrical installations in various locations, including wet and damp environments. The NEC defines a wet location as an area subject to saturation with water or other liquids, such as locations exposed to weather, vehicle washing areas, and unprotected locations exposed to the weather. A damp location, on the other hand, is defined as a location that is normally or periodically subject to moisture. This can include interior locations such as some basements, cold storage warehouses, and partially protected locations under canopies, marquees, roofed open porches, and the like. Showers typically fall under the category of damp locations due to the presence of moisture and humidity. However, if a shower is directly exposed to the elements or is subject to direct water spray, it may be considered a wet location. Light fixtures intended for use in wet locations are designed and constructed to withstand direct exposure to water and are typically sealed to prevent water from entering the fixture's internal components. These fixtures undergo rigorous testing to ensure their safety and reliability in wet environments. The testing may include submersion tests, spray tests, and other evaluations to verify their water resistance. In contrast, light fixtures intended for use in damp locations are designed to withstand moisture and humidity but may not be suitable for direct exposure to water. These fixtures may have less stringent sealing requirements and may not be able to withstand the same level of water exposure as wet location fixtures. The underwriters' laboratories, or all, and other testing organizations set standards for the construction and testing of light fixtures to ensure their safety and performance. Light fixtures that meet these standards are typically marked with a UL listing or other certification mark, indicating that they have been evaluated and found to comply with the applicable safety requirements. When selecting light fixtures for use in showers, it is essential to choose fixtures that are specifically listed for wet locations. These fixtures will provide the necessary protection against water and moisture and will help to prevent electrical shock and other hazards. In addition to selecting the appropriate light fixtures, it is also important to follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations when installing lighting in showers. This may include using ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, to protect against electrical shock and ensuring that all wiring and connections are properly installed and sealed. Firstly, identify the specific requirements for lighting in showers according to the NEC and local building codes. Secondly, choose light fixtures that are specifically listed for wet locations and bear a UL listing or other certification mark. Thirdly, ensure that all wiring and connections are properly installed and sealed to prevent water from entering the electrical system. Fourthly, use ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, to protect against electrical shock. Fifthly, consider the aesthetic appearance of the light fixtures and choose fixtures that complement the overall design of the shower. Sixthly, ensure that the light fixtures provide adequate illumination for the shower area. Seventhly, consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the lighting installation is safe and compliant with all applicable codes and regulations. Eighthly, regularly inspect the light fixtures and wiring for any signs of damage or wear and tear. Ninthly, replace any damaged or worn light fixtures or wiring promptly to prevent electrical hazards. Tenthly, follow all manufacturer's instructions for the installation, operation, and maintenance of the light fixtures. When choosing a light fixture for a shower, you're essentially looking for a product that can handle moisture without becoming a safety hazard. A wet location rating is your assurance that the fixture is built to do just that. Fixtures with this rating are sealed in such a way that water cannot penetrate the internal components and cause a short circuit or corrosion. Think of it like a submarine. It's designed to keep water out, no matter how much it's surrounded by it. This is achieved through gaskets, specialized adhesives, and construction techniques that minimize any potential entry points for water. Now consider a standard light fixture that's not rated for wet locations. These fixtures are typically designed for dry indoor environments where moisture is minimal. If you were to install one of these in a shower, the steam and water spray would quickly find their way into the fixture. This could lead to a number of problems, including electrical shock, corrosion of the internal components, and premature failure of the bulb or the entire fixture. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, recognizes the potential hazards associated with installing electrical equipment in wet locations and provides specific guidelines to ensure safety. The NEC defines a wet location as an area where water or other liquids are likely to drip, splash, or flow. This includes areas such as showers, outdoor patios, and car washes. The NEC mandates that only fixtures specifically designed and approved for wet locations can be installed in these areas. This requirement is not just a suggestion, it's a legally enforceable standard that's designed to protect people from harm. When you see a light fixture with a wet location rating, it means that the fixture has been tested and certified by a recognized testing laboratory such as Underwriters Laboratories, or all. These labs put fixtures through rigorous tests to ensure that they can withstand the harsh conditions of a wet environment. The test may include spraying the fixture with water for extended periods, submerging the fixture in water, and subjecting the fixture to extreme temperature changes. If the fixture passes these tests, it's deemed safe for use in wet locations and can be labeled accordingly. So, if a light fixture is approved for a wet location, it automatically meets the requirements for shower use. This is because the conditions in a shower, while certainly damp, are generally less severe than those in a true wet location. The fixture's ability to withstand direct water spray and submersion makes it more than capable of handling the steam and humidity of a shower environment. It's important to note that not all damp-rated fixtures are suitable for shower use. Damp-rated fixtures are designed to withstand moisture, but they may not be able to handle direct water spray. Therefore, it's crucial to look for the wet location rating specifically when selecting a fixture for a shower. In addition to the wet location rating, there are other factors to consider when choosing a light fixture for a shower. One important factor is the type of bulb or light source. Incandescent bulbs, for example, can generate a lot of heat, which can be a problem in a confined space like a shower. LED bulbs are a better choice because they produce very little heat and are much more energy efficient. Another factor to consider is the fixture's design and style. Choose a fixture that complements the overall aesthetic of your bathroom and provides adequate illumination for the shower area. Make sure the fixture is easy to clean and maintain, as it will be exposed to soap, scum, and other residues. Remember, when it comes to electrical safety, it's always best to err on the side of caution. If you're not sure whether a particular light fixture is suitable for shower use, consult with a qualified electrician. An electrician can assess your specific situation and recommend a fixture that meets all applicable safety codes and regulations. Moreover, the ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection is an essential safety measure in bathrooms, particularly in showers and near sinks. A GFCI is a device that monitors the flow of electricity in a circuit and quickly shuts off the power if it detects a ground fault. A ground fault occurs when electricity flows through an unintended path, such as through a person's body. GFCIs are designed to prevent electrical shock by interrupting the flow of electricity before it can cause serious harm. The NEC requires GFCI protection for all electrical outlets and circuits in bathrooms, including those serving light fixtures in showers. This requirement is in place because bathrooms are inherently wet environments, which increases the risk of electrical shock. When installing a light fixture in a shower, make sure that the circuit is protected by a GFCI. You can either install a GFCI outlet in the bathroom or use a GFCI circuit breaker in the electrical panel. Test the GFCI regularly to ensure that it's working properly. If the GFCI trips frequently, it may indicate a problem with the wiring or the light fixture. In this case, consult with a qualified electrician to diagnose and repair the issue. In summary, if a light fixture is approved for a wet location, it is also approved for shower use. However, it's important to consider other factors such as the type of bulb, the fixture's design, and GFCI protection to ensure a safe and functional lighting installation in your shower. Always consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about electrical safety. By following these guidelines, you can create a well-lit and safe shower environment for yourself and your family.